Hello guys, and today we're finally going to talk about Chapter 11 of Dragon Ball Hakai, the colored panel version. But before we begin, could you please hit that like button so you'll always stay updated with awesome content like this? Thanks a lot everyone! Before we move on to the new chapter, let's do a quick recap of what happened in the previous part of Dragon Ball Hakai. In the last chapter, we saw the leader of the Celestial Guardians visiting all the gods of destruction to speak with them about an urgent matter. That's exactly where Chapter 11 continues. In the very first panel, the leader of the Celestial Guardians continues explaining the current situation regarding Zeno's kingdom. He begins by telling everyone that they should listen carefully to what he's about to say, because what he's going to reveal is extremely important. Goku responds and says he'll try his best to listen, though he admits he's not sure if he'll actually understand everything. The Celestial Guardian then firmly tells everyone to pay close attention because he won't repeat what he's about to say. He begins his explanation by revealing something truly ancient. In the beginning of time, existence itself was very different from how it is now. Everything was just an endless void, an infinite nothingness. Then, powerful beings known as deities were born. They possessed the incredible ability to create and destroy in an instant. There were 7 of them in total, and one of those was none other than Lord Zeno. Surprised, Goku interrupts and says, "Wait, what? But as far as I know, Zeno is the supreme ruler of everything, the strongest of all. Are you saying there are beings even stronger than Lord Zeno?" The Celestial Guardian replies, "As I expected, this kind of information is new to you. But yes, what you know about Zeno is only a small part of a much greater truth." He continues explaining that Zeno is indeed the god of all, but only within his own realm. The 12 universes that we know of actually belong to just one single realm, known as the Zeno realm. Beyond that, there exist 6 other realms, each ruled by their own supreme deity. Goku, shocked by this revelation, says, "So you're saying that the 12 universes are just a small part of something much, much bigger?" The Celestial Guardian confirms, "Exactly. The 12 universes are only one section of the Zeno realm, and the Zeno realm is only one of the 7 realms that exist in the entire multiverse. Each realm has its own mortals, divine hierarchy, and ruling god, just like Lord Zeno, but there is one major exception." Curious, Goku asks, "Exception? What do you mean by that?" The Celestial Guardian explains, "Long before we existed, there was a supreme deity named Zarat who was consumed by greed. He wasn't satisfied ruling only his own realm. He wanted to expand his dominion and rule over everything. At that time, the Zeno realm was considered the weakest among the 7 realms. Because of that, Zarat and his armies planned to attack it first." Goku then says, "But wait, Lord Zeno can erase anything in an instant. That means Zarat wouldn't stand a chance against him, right?" The Celestial Guardian replied and said, "It's not that simple. Zeno's power of erasure only works within his own realm. He can't use that ability on beings who come from other realms." He then explained that while Zeno is indeed powerful, his strength is limited to his own domain. He has no combat skills or experience in battle, which means that against someone like Zarat, who possesses unimaginable abilities, Zeno would stand little chance in a direct fight. A great war once erupted between Zarat's forces and the Zeno realm. The battle was so intense that it shook the balance of multiple realms. But with the combined help of other kingdoms and realms, Zeno's realm was eventually able to drive back Zarat's invasion. In the end, Zarat was sealed away, and his divine power was split into 5 extremely powerful beings, known as the primordial beasts. Each of these beasts possessed strength far beyond that of a god of destruction, and all 5 were hidden deep within the Zeno realm, where no one could find them. At this point, Goku spoke up and asked, "Wait, are you saying that in other universes, there are beings even stronger than the angels, and even Lord Zeno himself? Lord Beerus, did you know about this all along?" Beerus casually replied, "Of course I did. I already knew about all of this before the Celestial Guardian mentioned it." But then Liquier interrupted and said, "You liar! Don't act like you knew everything from the start." Ignoring their argument, the Celestial Guardian continued his explanation. He said, "After Zarat was sealed, chaos broke out within his own kingdom. Disagreements and conflicts arose among the remaining gods. Eventually, a group of powerful deities from the Zarat realm, known as the Celestial Mages, launched an attack on the Zeno realm. Their mission was to search for the primordial beasts and use them to resurrect Zarat. This marked the beginning of another great war. However, this time, the Zeno kingdom was much stronger than before. To counter the Celestial Mages, all the gods of destruction from every universe were forced to unite their powers and fight as one. Through their combined efforts, they successfully defeated the mages and sealed them away once again. Gin then spoke up and said, "Stop being so modest, Picken. According to history, you were one of the key figures responsible for the Zeno realm's victory in that war." Hearing this, Goku was amazed and turned to Picken saying, "So that means you're really strong, Mr. Picken?" Picken simply replied, "Well, yes, I did play an important role in that battle, that's true, but now isn't the time to talk about the past in detail." Then Belmont joined in, saying, "All right, enough with the storytelling. Let's get straight to the point. Why did you come here in the first place?" Picon's expression turned serious as he replied, "To tell you the truth, the Celestial Mages have already broken the sealing technique that was keeping them imprisoned." Everyone, all the gods of destruction, was shocked by what they heard. Arak immediately asked, "Wait, what do you mean? Weren't those mages under your constant surveillance?" Picon nodded and said, "That's true, but recently they attacked the Guardians during a time of weakness. Because of that, our master, Anzan, was killed, and that's what ultimately led to the escape of the Celestial Mages." Beerus then spoke and said, "Wait a second. During the time your master was at his weakest? That sounds like someone betrayed him. Could this mean that your group can't be trusted either, Picken?" Picken replied seriously, "You're right. Everyone has been thinking the same thing. That someone might have infiltrated the Celestial world. Right now, even we, the Celestial Guardians, can't fully trust one another." Goku, confused, asked, "Hold on. Can someone please explain to me what exactly the Celestial worlds are? And who are the Celestial Guardians?" Before Picken could answer, Beerus cut him off and said, "Quiet, Goku. Nobody here has time to explain everything to you right now." Then Iwan spoke up and said, "There's something I don't understand, Picken. Didn't you say that the Celestial Mages escaped a long time ago? If that's the case, why are you only telling us about this now?" Picken calmly explained, "After the Celestial Mages escaped, we completely lost track of their whereabouts. We didn't want to cause panic among the other kingdoms without solid proof of where they went. We tried to trace their energy signatures quietly before the news spread, but eventually, we discovered something shocking. The Celestial Mages are currently within the Zeno realm, and they have already gone to planet Zeno." He continued, "Zeno, the omniscient being who lives in Universe 7, has been captured by them. And to make matters worse, the Super Dragon Balls have been destroyed. There's no doubt about it. This was the work of the Celestial Mages. This is an act of war." Hearing this, Quitella turned angrily toward Beerus and shouted, "Beerus, you fool! How could you let something like that happen?" Beerus quickly defended himself. "Hey, I had no idea. The universe is enormous. How was I supposed to know this was happening?" Then Goku suddenly spoke up and said, "Wait, if they destroyed the Dragon Balls in my universe, does that mean they might also come for the Dragon Balls on my planet?" Pican responded firmly, "We don't have time to argue about who's to blame right now. What's important is that we act fast. Since the Celestial Mages have captured Zeno, it'll be much easier for them to locate the primordial beasts using his knowledge." He paused for a moment and then revealed something even more alarming. "We can't allow that to happen. 2 of the primordial beasts are located in Universe 7. One is in Universe 8, another in Universe 11, and the last one in Universe 6. I need the gods of destruction from these universes to immediately begin searching for the beasts within their domains." Heles then asked, "But what about the universes that don't have any primordial beasts? What should we do?" Pican replied, "I recommend that those universes return home and prepare for whatever may come. Right now, the angels are holding a meeting with the Grand Priest to discuss the current crisis in Zeno's kingdom. Every universe is vulnerable at this point, so it's best for you all to regroup and strengthen your defenses." Beerus agreed and said, "All right then, let's not waste any more time. Everyone, do what needs to be done." Before they could leave, Picken gave one final warning, a quick word of caution. "To the gods of destruction who will be searching for the primordial beasts, be on high alert. There's a chance that you might become the targets of the Celestial Mages themselves. Prepare yourselves for a fierce battle." With those words, all the gods of destruction quickly departed, each heading back to their respective universes determined to find and protect the primordial beasts before the Celestial Mages could strike again.